Hello everyone. Earlier this week I launched Vicky's and my birthday bash online card class, and we're using the Laurel Grove collection. I ordered almost everything in the collection, but we only use certain things. So today I'm going to use some of those things and some of the other things I ordered to make a card. So from the pattern paper I chose these 3 pieces. I used a 3-inch circle punch and I cut out this piece and I cut out this that I cut in half. Excuse me. This piece is my background. That's the Laurel Grove paper. I am going to take the rub-on transfers and I'm going to use this image on there. I am using the stencil with some moss ink and a blending brush to add some interest to my background. I have a layer of green and my card base. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do my stenciling. So I'm going to pull in my some scrap paper, and I'm going to kind of do it randomly. I don't want it all over. All right, I need a little bit up here. And I'm good. There. Now I'll clean both of these up with alcohol after I'm done. All right, so I can move this out of the way. The next thing that I need to do is I need to take my piece of green, my circle, and this, and I'm going to decide which part I'm going to use. And I think I'm going to come over here and I'm going to use like this part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off that, and I'm going to come down here and here, and I'm going to cut it that way. So you don't have to use the whole piece. So I'm going to use it like so. I have to see here. This goes on here. So this, I'm going to put this on here. And now you can rub this on, but I'm going to run this through my die cut machine because it will press it on there. Okay. And see, look at this. Isn't that so much easier than trying to rub that on? All right, I've got a little bit there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it here. I'm just going to rub it with my finger and see. Nope, didn't work. Let me pull out my... There we go. All right. There. Now this piece gets put on like so. Not much of that shows, but that's okay because that's a section of the leaf. So I'm going to now put this on. Okay. All right, to delineate this, I need, and I forgot this, a real skinny piece of the green. So let me get that. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to put this on with my glue. I cut it longer than I needed it, but it would be a lot easier to trim. Than trying to cut it the same size. Okay. me go up here and there. There. And now I can take my scissors and trim it like so. All right. Let's see, this goes on here, so I can put this down. So that goes on my card base. Whoops. This way. And the reason I want it this way is this piece is going to go, now it's going to go there. Let me do some finagling here. If I do this, this has to come up higher. There. Let me put a little bit down here. And I'm just using what's left on the there. All right, got it. I just used the ink that was left on there and blended it in. All right, now I'm gonna put this on with foam adhesives, foam squares. All right. I knew that one didn't come off. And you know, I think I'm going to pull in. Let me get my laser cuts. Okay. Let's see. What do I have? I have a ticket. Give me this one because it matches that. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to dissect it. I'm going to do a little surgery. Now when you pull these out, be careful. All right. There. Now I'm going to cut this piece off. Dang. All right, I'm going to go here and here. And I'm going to put that on with some foam adhesive because then I can grab that other piece too. And now the ticket. All right. I'm trying to center it as best I can. I wanted this off-centered. I didn't want it straight up and down, like so. And dots. I did order the dots that go with it, but the green is more of a spring green, a Kelly green, versus this that's mossy. So I think I'm gonna use some of these. These are the same. And I have different sizes, so here's a large one. Here's a middle-sized one. And then a baby one. There we go. And there's today's